I've been thinking about writing about my philanthropy. I think my experience started when, at a very young age, I used to see my mother always helping other people, the poor people particularly. I used to go with her to temple, and she would always give some money to some poor people on the way. And not only that, I have seen her during winter time, she giving her own shawl to poor person like a cleaning lady or something like that. So this is what it is, very important thing I learned. And the other thing I learned from my father or my parents, I was maybe 7 years old that time. And what happens is I used to see a lot of clothes in our house which were not the quality which normally we use, but still they were like blankets, shirts, and pre-made shirts and clothing like that, and some saris type of thing. And the reason why it was, I was just curious why it is here in our house. Then I learned that these are for the people who are flood victim in near Delhi, because we had a big flood in Yamuna River, and a lot of people were suffering. And my father used to put them all in a car and distribute to people in the camps, in the different camps created by the government for the displaced people by the flood. So these are the basic thing. And then when I don't know if I did much of philanthropy or help anyone bigger than just helping my friends to uh, learn few things here and there, but beside that it wasn't much. But later on in my life, when I get into business in Canada, and particularly around when I moved to from Montreal to Toronto in the year 1993, my business was doing very well. I was doing quite okay. 93, 94, 95, those are the premium years I have. So I started thinking, we must start a Vijay a foundation to create some wealth so that we can help people and assist people in India and Canada both. And this is how we did. And I talked to my wife, Vijay, and Vijay agreed immediately and says, yes, we should do it. And she had her own story about her father always helping the women's in ashrams and Vidhava ashram and all that, and also some young boys in in some schools and all that. But this is all she also learned, and her father was not very rich. He was a kind of an employee at a business, so he was basically, I would say, just able to run their life. But still, on top of it, he was still taking out some money and distribute to people in the need. So all these things are the background. And another thing which I remember very well is learning from my mother. My mother always tell me, "Beta, whatever you donate, it will never get less. It will just increase your wealth even more. Your wealth never get reduced by donating money to a needy." And I used to wonder how it can happen. Because people, once you give away the money, money is gone. I mean, whether you give it to a charity or whatever. But anyway, I learned that at later age. So anyway, so in around 95, 96, we started a foundation, Vijay Anand Foundation. And some of those years were excellent for our personal business, and we were making good money. So we decided, why don't we give 20% of our income to the foundation? And we started doing that. So we will draw more money from the company and give 20% of our income. We did it for 1 or 2, 3 years when our business was really good and I was doing quite well financially in business. But over the time, maybe the business wealth was a bit of reducing, or maybe I split the business as my son Anuj came. and joined the business, and I wanted to help him. So he started working, and I started paying him. So the business which was I was able to do without much of a help, was definitely generating more wealth for me. But anyway, this way I shared, but I at the same time it met my experience of my desire of putting my sons into business rather than working for someone. Anyway, this is how we started the foundation. And ever since our foundation started donating money little bit, whatever the rules and regulations are required. We didn't have that much assets in the company, but we were still having some scholarship at University of Waterloo because I felt that this university has given education to my two sons, Nitin and Anuj, and also a lot of my nephews and nieces. And even when our 25th anniversary came, the celebration, we decided that we don't want any gifts, and we want people to give gifts to Operation Eyesight. So Operation Eyesight was first organization where we started giving money for help in India. They were doing cataract surgeries of old people in the villages, and so we started giving the money to them. Many times they put even camps for in our foundation name in smaller places, and may have done hundreds of cataract operation in few years. And then there was a time when we went to Delhi and we wanted to help a project in slum area. And that slum area project was really eye-opening for us. We visited the slum with one of the volunteers. We never been to a slum. Anyway, then we started donating a little bit more money, but that is only for a year or two. And then I think when I came back, and then after my retirement, after I turned 65, I started getting more involved into my investment business, using my money for investment. And then same time, I was donating some funds to foundation from my investment companies. And then later on, a Dinesh told me a trick that if I donate some stocks in kind to the foundation, then the capital gain is not taxable in that. And not only that, I can withdraw that money from my investment company as capital dividend and tax credit. That was a very good scheme, I like, and the government must be helping us. That is one reason. So ever since I have been doing this for at least for last 3 4 years. My objective was always to come to enough amount of investment in in the foundation so that we can donate close to $100,000 a year every year. So we started finding the location places where we can do the charity work. The biggest thing we found was 7 8 years ago in Aim for Seva, and they were building hostels for the students who cannot otherwise go to high school. So what we did at the same time, we made I discussed with my family and my wife, and we all agreed, oh, let's donate a hostel. This is one of a kind thing. The commitment was close to $180,000 for building a new hostel in Delhi. And then they gave us a selection of the space, the area, and then we selected Vrindavan, which was closest to Delhi. And then I really got involved with the building of the hostels. And then I asked my nephew, who is an architect, can he be our architect? He said yes. And he said he will not charge us anything, he'll do it for free. So anyway, the very interesting thing happened. Even the land came by an accident, as the land was not being arranged by Aim for Seva after their trying. Anyway, once we decided the land and the design, everything, we started doing construction of the hostel. So this was one of our biggest charity. And then I encouraged a lot of people to spend money and to donate money to Aim for Seva. Like particularly their 510 scholarship. That means scholarship for the commitment of 10 years. And each scholarship was $500. So that means $2,500 per year. I encouraged, because I was going to the gala, I was inviting people to the gala, and my own purpose was to inspire those people to come up with the money and donate the money for the for the students, for the support of students in these hostels. And it's very interesting that over the time, we're talking to so many people. Today, I have arranged 50 scholarships per year through my friends and acquaintances. And my hostel is also going to be ready in the year 2024. And this hostel is for 50 students. So imagine all these students will be supported by our friends and us. We already have a commitment of 10 scholarships, 5 from us and 5 from my son Anand Jain. So I think now I started doing it. Our basic objective of the foundation was three things: children, education, and health. So we started donating money to the hospitals. To Trillium Hospital, I got introduced, and not only by my sickness, because I got treated there, but also through Diwali Gala. And I said, okay, I'm going to buy a table at Diwali Gala. I wanted to support the community support, South Asian community support by going to Diwali Gala and encouraging them. And ever since then, I've been going to Diwali Gala, buying one or two tables and supporting the money to them all the time. And few years ago, I made a commitment, a long-term commitment of $150,000 at Norton Kothari's home. And then now we are committed to give money, $10,000 plus every year, by increasing $1,000 each year, so that we can reach to $15,000 in $14 or $15,000 in particular year. Similarly, then we thought of doing the same thing at Oakville, OTMH, Oakville Trafalgar Hospital, where all my children are living in Oakville. So I say, oh, this is equally important for us. This is our community hospital. So we did the same thing. Over the time, we made it, started with the Diwali galas, which was initiated by my friend Vijay Agarwal, and then we supported that. And ever since, we wanted to support this thing, the Diwali Gala. What this happens is Diwali Gala make us invite people who we think can get inspired and do the support themselves. So this way we can help the community to build up even more. And this has been working quite well so far. Because same thing like for Trillium, now I have few other people who have started supporting Trillium every year, and including my brother-in-law Rakesh. He made a commitment. And then this thing is how we are supporting the hospitals. I did donate money to the Sunnybrook Hospital, where I got treatment for my prostate cancer. And also I paid money to other hospitals where my friend Sangeeta Mittal was treated, like one of the hospital in downtown, and some children hospital and hospital in Hamilton, where Niru was treated. So this was my idea, let's support something, these hospitals who are helping my family or friends. Anyway, now we have commitment to these two hospitals in a bigger way and much more than we were anticipating, but we have made the commitment with the future growth in our investments. And fortunately, my investment is doing very well, and I'm really getting the result the same way as my mother was saying. The more I pay and more I get. And now I have also made commitment to universities for education. And education, we are doing two scholarships in Waterloo, Velocity Scholarship in Waterloo, $5,000 each. And now we started again in this year. We committed to Sheridan College, and we are gonna give them also $10,000 commitment per year. And at the moment, we are giving UTM $5,000, which I intend to increase to $10,000 this year, and made a long-term commitment. Long-term commitment is very important for them, as they can justify having the same scholarship and encouragement to the young students. And I feel very proud. And many times I visit the universities and Sheridan College and all that, and meet all these young people who are getting our awards. And I feel so good that these students are so inspired and doing something very innovative products. For me, innovation is an excellent thing, to do, because this is the thing which can help human mankind in a long term. Any innovative idea brings a lot of prosperity for the human mankind and easiness. I hope I will continue to do my charity work, and we are supporting a lot more other charities. Now, recently I started 10 and 20 scholarship for the poor girls in India for getting the education for university education after their high school. Also, we have been supporting two girls in Udyan Care for many, many years for all their needs. So we pay about 2,500 to $6,000 for the support of these two girls. Anyway, we continue to do whatever we can do, and whatever we justified. Recently, we started doing another charity which is providing artificial limbs to people in disability, so that they can use their life properly in Delhi. We'll keep looking for opportunities where we can help in any way, and hopefully when our wealth in foundation will increase, so that which because we are keep paying donating money uh, to our foundation through our investment companies. We are roughly donating close to $100,000 each year, which means we are doing a fair share in our charity business. I hope we'll continue to do that. At the same time, I must not advise that Anuj has been doing a lot of regular contribution to the foundation. So do my son Neeraj did. And then lots of my friends, every year they donate money to my foundation as we go for the galas and everything together, and they support this work of charity with me. I feel so proud that I can inspire few people, and if they can also join our effort to enhance our effort for the charity. I think this is what I would like to say about my charity business.